Greetings, everyone. Dr. Jack Wolfson here. Welcome to another YouTube Live. Jump into the chat box, say hello, say where you're from if you'd like. We're going to be talking about evidence-based supplements for cardiovascular health today. I got my team monitoring on here as well. So again, jump on and we'll be talking about supplements for your heart, what to take, what not to take, and again, just wishing you the best. Starting off in this new year, this is the first live that I've done in 2026. So again, welcome to everyone here, and this will be recorded and sent out as well. I've got a lot of people notified about this, a lot of people on this call. I apologize for my background as it stands right now, but let's jump right into it. So supplements, remember, supplement the heart health lifestyle, the natural, what we call the natural heart doctor method of eat well, live well, think well. And that is really what the key strategy is, the eat well, the live well, the think well. And then supplements come in to supplement that. They're not a replacement for that. You can't eat fast food, not get sleep, not get movement, not get spirituality, not have a positive mindset, and just take a supplement and think you're going to supplement your way out of it. But again, the supplement supplements the eat well, live well, think well, the natural heart doctor methodology. So again, welcome everyone here. Feel free to share this message along with anyone else who you think needs heart health information. And then again, comment in the chat, and we're here to help you going forward. So the main problem I have with the supplements industry is, again, it's a lot of artificial and synthetic lab-made vitamins. It's not really foundational things. Now, when I started off as a holistic cardiologist in 2012, I was caught up in the idea of, hey, let's get all these different vitamins and minerals into people. But I really was not certainly finding it from the best companies, companies like Biotics Research, Metagenics, Zymogen, Designs for Health. These are worldwide leaders in supplements, and they have some very good products, and their products are very clean. But ultimately, what I have come to realize is that, again, it sounds so simplistic, food is medicine. So let's put food into a capsule, which is how our company has morphed. Now, on our website, we do sell a lot of different products, and we're trying to streamline those as well, because I believe there is a time and a place for some of the lab-made things. But again, let's start with really a foundational, and people are asking CoQ10, Fatty 15, which is a lab-created oil type of a product. So let me just jump into it, and then we'll circle back on ask me any questions about supplements that you would like. And obviously, there's a hierarchy of high-quality lab-made supplements versus things you're going to find on Amazon or at the local drugstore. So let's talk about some of the best supplements in the world that I think are beneficial to you. These are products that I, of course, sell. And if you don't like me selling to you, then you can go to another place. If that bothers you or offends you, my suspicion, obviously, is that most of you are just looking for the best information, and your job is to get information from all different sources and to synthesize it. Again, I'm cardiologist Dr. Jack Wolfson. If you are not subscribed to my channel, please make sure you subscribe to the Natural Heart Doctor channel. Our goal is to give everyone the 100-year heart so you can live your best life for as many years as you would like to be around for. I'm 55 years old, and we were in the shower last night, and we kind of got in this discussion about I'm halfway to 110. So yeah, I'm halfway to 110. All right, so here we go. Supplement number one that I want to talk about is this is Kickstart My Heart. Kickstart My Heart, as you look at it right now, this is bison in a capsule. This is unvaccinated American free-range, grass-fed, grass-finished, prairie grass-fed, field harvested bison. This is actually changing, and it's going to be from unvaccinated, free range, grass, 100% prairie grass fed, field harvested New Zealand elk. We're going to move it over to elk. Elk is a majestic product. We are switching from bison over to the elk version of this. The liver, heart, kidney provides all the vitamins, minerals, proteins, and fats that are inside the liver, heart, kidney of that animal, and we get the benefits. So people are asking about CoQ10. It's in here because animal has it, you need it. If you eat the best source, you will make the best form. And the thing is that you're not taking an isolated CoQ10 product. You're taking CoQ10 with everything else, all these other cofactors that optimize absorption, utilization, because everything works together. The CoQ10 works with the B vitamins, works with the amino acids and the proteins, works with the fats that are inside of these as food. So that's what this particular product is. So this is things like choline for brain function, neurotransmitter function, for cellular health. It's got all of the B vitamins in their methylated forms because that's what the animal has, just like us. So when we eat them and we bless them and we use the most ethically raised source, we get the best results. This is not from beef. This is not conventional. This is the cleanest, best product that there is. Someone saying, I have chronic kidney disease, so I guess I can't have Kickstart. Yes, you can. You can eat organs with kidney disease, and you can take organs that are freeze-dried in a capsule with kidney issues, because it will help your kidneys. It will help your kidneys. Do you get that? It'll help your kidneys. That's what this is, Kickstart My Heart. So this is a foundational product. This is for you. This is for your family. This is for your friends. It is one of the biggest investment supplements, AKA one of the most expensive, but it is the best. So you can pay for the best or not pay for the best. But this is where you throw out your multivitamin, you throw out your CoQ10, you throw out your B complex. You don't take vitamin D or vitamin K together or alone. You take this, Kickstart My Heart. All right. So that is what I think is really foundational. A lot of you have the bison right now. I've been taking the bison, and now the kidney will be rolling out at Natural Heart Doctor. The elk will be rolling out at Natural Heart Doctor, and that's what this product is. Quite candidly, again, I spoke recently at the American Academy of Anti-Aging in Las Vegas. Thousands and thousands and thousands of medical doctors walking around. There's no better product than this. There's no better product for anti-aging than this. There's no better thing for stem cells than this. We're changing over to elk because we feel that elk is just as good of an animal source, but for sourcing issues, we are moving on from the bison. My wife's company is going to carry the bison as far as her product, Mother of All Prenatals. We're going to use the bison for wild mamas, and I'm going to be moving over to the New Zealand grass-fed elk. Okay, so that's the story with that. With the Kickstart My Heart, help with memory issues and brain trauma, 100%. It helps with everything. It makes everything better. It makes everything better. Now, you can eat the organs. I want you to eat the organs, people. Don't get me wrong. But if you don't want to eat the organs, you have the capsules. If you want to take this on a medicinal basis daily, you have the capsules. It's great for travel. My son Noah and I just got back from Costa Rica, and I had the product with me because I do take it every day, and it's a great travel food. It's not gonna, you don't swallow 6 capsules and say, wow, I feel like I just had a deep dish, pizza. You're not stuffed. But what you find is that when you swallow the capsules down, you're very satiated for a long period of time because all those nutrients are just what the body needs. just what the body needs. Casey's saying, I'm a bigger person, right, Casey? You're 6'4", 225. Should I up your dosage? You certainly could. If my 5-year-old daughter takes 10 of these because she likes to chew them and she likes the taste, you could definitely take more. You're not going to overdose over here. Each 6 capsule dosage is equivalent to about half an ounce of wet, fresh organ. So half an ounce, is something, like this. I mean, you'd fit that onto a tablespoon. So you're not going to overdose. There's no way, that you overdose on this product unless maybe you're swallowing 2 or 3 bottles at a time. I don't know. I doubt that. So, again, I think you could easily go to 12 capsules a day, just to give you a specific example on that. All right, product number 2, people, is the wild salmon roe. So this is the wild salmon fish eggs in a capsule. And what makes this super unique is that the vitamins, minerals, proteins, and fats, and omega-3 fatty acids, and someone mentioned fatty 15. I don't need fatty 15. I need to eat the food. Now, it's great when you eat salmon roe. Caviar, not so much, because most caviars, they add cheap salt to it. It's just the industry. Now, this doesn't have any added salt. This is just the freeze-dried roe from a company called Lummi Island Seafood, where they reef net fishing and stuff like that. It's just done in a very ethical way. We tested it for microplastics. It's 0. We tested it for metals and toxic metals, and there's no significant levels of those. The video on our website of the bear eating wild salmon roe just really tells you it all. Like, the bear knows, the bear doesn't need to be told. It just does what nature intends, and that's what it is. So this is really a spectacular product, and the two of them go really well together. So this is, again, you throw out your fish oil. We don't need fish oil. We just need to eat fish or swallow fish capsules. We don't need fish oil. And obviously what we do, of course, is that we do the most advanced testing in the world at Natural Heart Doctor, including levels of omega-3 fatty acids. People with the highest levels of omega-3 fatty acids naturally from food have the lowest risk of everything: heart attack, stroke, atrial fibrillation, cardiomyopathy, brain disorders, cancer, and being dead. So this is where this product was developed. And listen, I owe it all to my wife. She developed these products. She sourced out the companies. We're using incredible freeze dryers out of Indiana and Wisconsin that do these products for us, bottle these products for us, all here in the United States. So I would not take fish oil. I would just eat the fish. And again, this is just my growth and my learning process. When I started in 2012, and even before that, I was recommending fish oil for everybody. But now we're learning just more data about fish oil, and that there's just no debate that eating the seafood is the best. All the evidence points to eating seafood. The evidence does not point to fish oil. So there you go. Multivitamins, worth it or pointless. There's no reason to take a multivitamin. You can just get all the nutrients you need from these foods. And then we can do additional testing to see where there's other abnormalities. But then ideally, we're coming up with other natural strategies. So we've got these two products, which are our flagship products. We're so proud of these. Still need salmon roe if I eat salmon. Well, G-Moby1, the salmon roe is different than eating salmon. When you eat salmon, you're eating the muscle from the fish. This is something that is different. This is something that is different from that. It is more medicinal, more healing, more nourishing than eating the muscle from the salmon. This contains all the vitamins, minerals, proteins, and fats that you need. Eating salmon is great. And again, you can still, again, you're not going to overdose on any of this stuff here. Fish oil, cumin, NAC, something else. Again, I think you can get all that from here. I do like curcumin. I do like, again, using the root vegetables, of which turmeric and curcumin is. I mean, I like all that stuff. And that is layered on top of these. These are the primary things first, okay? So the third thing that we like is another food-based product. It's Australian emu oil. And all these things are available on my website. My team will put it on there, whatever, to help you out here. And the emu oil is an unfiltered, unprocessed oil from the Australian bird, ethically raised, vitamins A, D, E, and K. But this is the best form of vitamin K2 as MK4, which clears out your arteries. It keeps calcium in your bones and out of your arteries, and that's what this product is here. So those three are really fundamental. And probably in that order, again, wild salmon roe, kickstart, that could go in either order as far as the medicinal value of each of those. And this would definitely be number 3 if you're looking for a product. Number 4 would be probiotics, but we want you eating a lot of fermented foods, things that are, with living bacteria that are in there. That can be kimchi, that can be sauerkraut, that can be kombucha, that are raw and live and living. You want to make sure that's on the label of a glass bottle or making your own. You could take a probiotic supplement like our product Heart Helpers, and that's another option there for you as well. Now, the fourth thing that I want to tell you about here, because I think really is that all these things, again, replace the synthetic stuff. Someone's saying, is K2 necessary if I take vitamin D? I don't want you taking vitamin D. Vitamin D is in here in the perfect amount, in the perfect form. Vitamin D is what you get from you go out in the sun. When you eat organs, you get plenty of vitamin D. When you eat eggs, when you eat raw dairy, the vitamin D is in there. So let's get the vitamin D from food and not from a lab-made supplement. And therefore, let's get away from K2 in the lab-made supplement, and let's get K2 here. Your body makes K2 naturally, of course, when you have a good gut microbiome. So you see how it all works together. Heart Helpers would be our probiotic. Magnesium is in all these things. We do have a lab-made magnesium product called Magna 5 for people who need extra magnesium. They can do that there as well. So that's the magnesium product called Magna 5 different forms of magnesium, none of which are mag oxide, to get the job done. But even that's lower down. Sometimes, again, if people are still struggling with palpitations, maybe with blood pressure, they would do that. The blood pressure combo, if we would point you to that, that's over at fixhbp.com. And that's our organic heartbeat powder, which is a food-based powder, no additives whatsoever, all organic, manufactured for us by Biotics Research in Rosenberg, Texas. That goes very well with Vessel Support, which is a lab-made product, L-arginine, citrulline, taurine, and grapeseed extract. Those are extra things for people with additional blood pressure support needs. We also have a potassium product, which is lab-made, and you can get potassium from your foods, including avocado and all these things. But if you need additional support, there it is right there. All right, now this is something which I think is, again, really food-based and really primary. This is called Shilajit tar. My team will put that on there. This is from a company called Pure Black. And what it is that Shilajit is an ancient Himalayan, to use this kind of word, which is overused, which is a superfood, but it is decayed plant matter that has been present for thousands and thousands of years, that is harvested from the Himalayan mountains, has 84 different minerals in here, and it comes out looking like a shiny tar. And you take a little knife tip, so you dip the tip of a knife in there. It looks like tar. Tastes like you would imagine tar tastes. It's a very smoky, peaty, burnt type of taste. And then you take that and then you add it to water, or you can mix it in a little bit with coffee. It kind of adds to the flavor of the coffee, and that's sometimes how I do it. Sometimes I just add it to the water and drink the water. And it has a very medicinal taste, and it is very medicinal. So again, it's coming from nature. It's in its natural, perfect form without any lab modifications that are in this particular product. And this is in a glass bottle. A little bit goes a long way. I think the bottle's over like $90. But a little bit goes a long way, and it is very healing and very medicinal. And my team is putting all these links in there for you, and you can kind of click on those. A new window open up, and we're not going to lose you. So Patricia is there elk liver sourced from it all comes from New Zealand. It all comes from New Zealand. Again, I don't find any concerns with the elk whatsoever. These are large mega ranches where these elk are living their best lives until they are sacrificed for the benefit of humans. I don't make the laws and I don't make the rules. Mother Nature does. These are God-given principles and foods that we can be embracing. But that's kind of the supplement stack over there. Now, we do have a product for cholesterol if we want extra lipid support, which is not the goal of lowering cholesterol. It's really about clearing cholesterol and really giving a lot of antioxidant, anti-inflammatory value. That's our product, Optilipid, OPTILIPID.com, Optilipid. That's what we use for additional lipid support. But these are kind of, again, like these primary foundational things that everybody should be on. That, along with the emu oil, a good probiotic like our heart helpers, which I don't have here, and the pure black Shilajit tar. So, what do you say for, racing heart palpitations, wants me to take a beta blocker? You're not deficient in beta blockers. There's no pharmaceutical deficiency. We have to get to the root cause of racing heart, of palpitations. The root cause of everything is too much bad stuff, not enough good stuff. It is that simple. So what do? We give you more good stuff, take away the bad stuff. That's your best strategy. But beta blockers are a total failure. And in fact, they often make racing heart feelings and palpitations worse because they allow for more opportunity for early beats, extra beats, PACs, PVCs to get into the picture. So I sure hope that is all beneficial to you. We got almost 1,000 people on this call right now. I appreciate you all being here. And I got my 100-Year Heart Club mug here that is in celebration of the 100-Year Heart. It's full of my cardiology coffee, which, again, food is medicine. There you go. Victor Ventura, stents in 2019 on clopidogrel. I don't know why you're still on clopidogrel. Clopidogrel is necessary after a stent for about 6 to 12 months. Is it risky to take things like Flow? You can take Flow in addition to clopidogrel, curcumin on top of the clopidogrel, but I would highly recommend you work with us to get off the clopidogrel. I'm not telling you to stop the pharmaceutical, but we'd love to help with that. Oh yeah, Case, so again, you mentioned also nattokinase. We do have a product called Flow, which is nattokinase serrapeptase, leads to plaque reversal, natural anti-inflammatory antioxidant, better for blood pressure, natural blood thinner. Yeah, so I like our product Flow, and definitely there's a lot of different needs for that. A lot of people with coronary disease, clot prevention, stroke prevention. I think there's some good value to that. And that is a very natural product, although made in a lab, distilled in a lab. What I really don't like is all the synthetic vitamins. I don't like synthetic B vitamins, the synthetic ADEK. Let's stay away from those and let's get those in better sources. So Mark Drum, currently take Flow and Arterosil. Yeah, love it. Love Flow, love Arterosil. Arterosil is a seaweed product. So again, it's very natural. So we can recommend that as well. Mark, doctor wants me to go on Repatha. No, and no. Repatha is synthetic pharmaceutical poison, not recommended over here at Natural Heart Doctor. I've never prescribed it. The Repatha data from 2018 once again showed that people who, in the original study, which is called 4EA, everybody was on statins. Half the group got Repatha, half the group got placebo. The group that was on Repatha and statin drugs had a LDL of 32 on average, so extremely low LDL. And what they found is that less heart attacks, less strokes in that combination, but more people died in the combination with Repatha and statin drugs. So what we're all about here is not lowering your risk from here to here. We're about lowering your risk down to zero and the risk of everything down to zero. So Repatha doesn't lower your risk of cancer, doesn't lower your risk of dementia, but our principles, which are really root cause, they do. That's all there is to it. That is all there is to it. Lots of people on the call. Listen, subscribe to our channel, share this information. You just may save someone's life. Tell people, sometimes it's very difficult to have one-on-one conversations, too confrontational, but you can tell people, hey, watch this video, read this article, read this blog, follow this social media channel. And that's how we can really help people going forward. If someone sits, down and they want to have a conversation with me about, let's say, a spiritual philosophy or a religious philosophy that disagrees with mine, sometimes those conversations can be difficult. But hey, give me something to read. I'll be happy to read it, and we'll go from there. I'm on Xarelto for AFib. I hate Xarelto. When I was in the big cardiology group, I was part of a study on Xarelto, and we saw a couple people have hemorrhagic strokes with that particular product. I don't really like Xarelto. If I had to be on one pharmaceutical anticoagulant, it would be Eliquis and not Xarelto. But ideally, we'd be able to get you off of those. Ways to reduce the size of my AAA. Aortic aneurysm, again, it's from a deficiency of really good, healthy collagen production, for example, the collagen cofactors. And again, that just goes back to primary stuff like the Kickstart My Heart, like the wild salmon roe, like the emu oil. Those would be foundational things. And then I would do advanced testing to see where things are at. You want to give your body the building blocks to make good collagen. And that's protein, but it's also things like copper, which assists an enzyme called lysyl oxidase that helps with the cross-linking along with vitamin C to make strong arteries. So consider that as well. Amanda, I've been on aspirin since 2019, had my first stroke. Again, I'm not going to recommend you stop anything. I'm going to recommend you work with a holistic provider, preferably like us. You can work with one of our doctors. You can work with Dr. Rudin, Dr. Latanza, Dr. Rainier, Dr. Baird to get you off those drugs. What do you think of nitric oxide boosters? I like nitric oxide boosters, and we sell nitric oxide boosters. They're 2 powders in combination, work really well, vessel support and organic heartbeat powder. You can find those at fixhbp.com, fixhbp.com. Terrible family history of heart health, brother with a fatal heart attack. Which supplements you recommend? I want to tell you this. Family history is true because you eat, live, and think like your family members. It's not a genetic problem. It's an eating, living, and thinking type problem that runs in families. We do not have a heart attack gene. 100 million Americans have heart disease. It's not all from bad genetics, obviously. Why would we have bad genetics? We're either created by God or evolution, whatever you believe, and we're created perfectly. That's it. Evolutionary perfect. God created perfect. There's no heart attack gene. When I was in medical school in the 90s, we talked about the Human Genome Project, and it was done. And what the conclusion of the Human Genome Project was is not genetics, it's all epigenetics is really what it is there. So supplements that I recommend if you've got a family history or for anybody here on this call, boom, Kickstart My Heart, boom, wild salmon roe. It is an investment. It is a food investment, but you're worth it. You are definitely worth it because you're on this call. And I feel that if you're on this call, you're worth it. I feel every human, it is worth it for them. Every mother, every father, every child, it is worth it for them. So isn't Lp(a) and familial hyperlipidemia genetic? Yes, there are. I'm not saying there's not genes. I'm saying we're not genetically programmed to have a heart attack. So Lp(a), so many people have it because it is advantageous in certain scenarios. Advancing to a modern world, it's probably not advantageous to have that. But when we overlay the other violations of eat well, live well, think well, along with Lp(a), we see an increased risk. Lp(a) in and of itself, by itself, is not a risk factor. But when you throw all the other junk on top of it, that's my intention of saying that. Now, we do have natural strategies for Lp(a), and I do have blog posts about that as well. Familial hyperlipidemia. There is a segment of the population, about 1 in 250 people, according to all medical authorities, whether it's the CDC, the American Heart Association, that it's 1 in 250 people do have familial hyperlipidemia. And the answer for those people, again, is eat well, live well, think well. It's not taking pharmaceuticals to artificially lower a number down. That strategy is a failure. Now, it's been very interesting. If you look at my social media post from this morning that I posted on Instagram and on our Facebook page for Natural Heart Doctor, what I would invite you guys to get onto in addition to here on YouTube. But I posted a graphic from the American Heart Association on their social media today that says proudly sponsored by Amgen. It's not even like you had to do any research to say, oh, American Heart Association says this because they're sponsored by Amgen. You don't have to go. It's right there in your face. They're telling you, hey, we're proudly sponsored by Amgen, and this is our message. You need to lower down the LDL or the bad cholesterol. And I want everyone to understand that LDL is not bad. HDL is not good. That is pharmaceutical company speak. LDL, all animals have LDL. It's there for a purpose. It's there for a reason. HDL has a purpose, has a reason. Now we can have damaged LDLs, which become bad, but we need to get rid of what's causing the damage. We don't get rid of what's causing the LDL. It's kind of like cars can be damaged, but the solution is not to get rid of cars. It's to avoid damaging the car, to use that kind of reference. We don't get rid of buses, but we avoid damaging the bus. I hope that's very clear to everyone. So LDL is good, HDL is good. That's why all animal species have them. Fish have LDL. Frogs have LDL. It's not bad, people. LDL has a purpose, but the American Heart Association is sponsored by Amgen. They can't wait to lower your number down. Why? Because that's how they make money. And that's how the American Heart Association and the people who work for them, that's their job. Upton Sinclair, early 1900s, in his book, The Jungle, it's hard to get a man to understand something when his job depends on him not understanding it. It's just business, people. It's just business. All right, so to wrap it up, we got Kickstart My Heart, recommendation number one. Number 1A is wild salmon roe. And then number 3 is emu oil. I challenge you to find any better supplement anywhere available. You cannot. You cannot. Whatever you recommend, I will refute it. That's all there is to it. So G-Mobi1, again, all these different things here. I'm telling you what to do. I'm telling you the supplements. I'm telling you to work with us. I'm telling you that's the answer. I'm telling you to fire your medical doctor and to work with us. That's it. All right, everybody, have a blessed rest of your day. Remember to subscribe to the channel. Remember to share this information. Feel free to watch it again. Feel free to email us. Get on our other social media channels. Work with us at Natural Heart Doctor. We've got free discovery calls. We've got the best doctors in the world, Rudin, Latanza, Rainier, Baird, myself. Go to the Consults tab. You ready to invest? You ready to invest in your health in 2026? Go to the Consults tab at naturalheartdoctor.com and work with us. It's an investment, but you're worth it. Much love to you all. We'll see you next week, same time, YouTube Live, noon Eastern, every Wednesday. See you then, guys.